Bryce Mitchell takes on undefeated Movsar Evloev.
Evloev is. This is a great matchup, and I believe both guys are undefeated, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Movsar is undefeated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce.
Does Bryce have a loss? I thought Bryce was undefeated.
I think he's undefeated too. I think he's 11-0 or something.
No, I want to say 15-0 or something like that.
Oh, is he that
15-0. You're right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then Evloev is 11-0.
See, we needed that one on
15-0?
tail of the tape. I would have gotten his record right, 15-0.
Yeah.
It just tells me he's undefeated here. I'll pull him
No,
up right here.
Evloev. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I want to say a 13, 16.
Oh,
okay.
16-0. Great. Sucks when someone's always got to go.
No, it doesn't. I love it. I love that. Especially when I know they've been fighting tough people.
What do you think?
Man, I'll tell you what. Look, the wrestling goes to Evloev, no doubt about it. Submission wise, it's got to go to Thug Nasty. So it's a matter of on the feet, who's the cleaner guy? Evloev.
Yes.
He's the cleaner fighter by far. So does he try to keep it on the feet and just slowly wear Bryce Mitchell down and keep Bryce Mitchell out of where he's the best? And that's in his submission game.
But does Bryce Mitchell push the pace so much that it slows Evloev down?
Good.
Because Bryce he's gonna walk him down. He's gonna try to wrestle him. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter what we think.
No,
Evloev
he's gonna
is
go
the better wrestler. He's gonna try to wrestle him and take him down.
And he should.
Yeah.
And he should. You know, I'm not saying anything about the last thing that we saw out of Bryce Mitchell though is, look, he had power in his hands. In his last fight, he did damage with his hands, and so he's getting better when it comes to the stand-up game. We already know that his ground game is fantastic. This is a great matchup. It's one of those. I think Evloev might be the favorite, but it's going to be by this much if he is.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out at mybookie.ag.
There you go.
There was another fight. There was another fight that was announced. Go ahead. There was the Arnold Allen fight.
Yep.
Oh,
there
against
we go.
Calvin Kattar. Dun, dun, dun. This is a great matchup.
It is a great matchup. I think Calvin Kattar has been looking better since his loss to Max. But I don't think he's back to what he was before Max. And so I think that Arnold Allen right now he's obviously riding the highs and he's a stud, man. I don't think people are giving him enough credit. People are overlooking him. He's like a name that's kind of lost in the shuffle a little bit.
Boy, he is lost in the shuffle.
It's like they're not propping him up enough. They're not giving him the love that he deserves.
That's because of his personality.
Yeah.
They look at him as like, oh, he's a white towel. Which
is weird.
He's plain.
But people give Calvin Kattar so much. Calvin Kattar's he's a great fighter. He's a fantastic fighter. But they gave him a lot of love because of his fight with Zabit. And then after that, he did well. And then he lost to Max and he came back. Now he's making his run back. He's doing well. But Arnold Allen is just, I feel like he is someone that just doesn't get the love because of, like you said, he doesn't talk a whole lot. But he hasn't had a dominant, significant win or given somebody at the top 2 or 3 that test. They hasn't really pushed someone to where like, oh shit, people want to pay attention to you.
Yeah.
And so when you look at him, like, he doesn't look like much. When you look at him, you see him and then you're like, the guy with no tan. Okay. Like, like that's what you're thinking, right?
There's not a lot of sun.
The sun never comes out. I get it. But that's what people are thinking. Like, oh, the really like pasty white guy. He's sure he looks talented.
When you talk about some of the names that he has beaten, Dave, pull up his record, pull up Arnold Allen's record, because there's some names on there people will recognize.
Mm-hmm.
He just got them at a point where a little bit early for them to realize how good the guys he was beating were.
John, look at that face though. Like, that's not somebody I'd be afraid of. I'd see you at a bar and be like, I'm going to fuck you up. Like, fuck you.
So
no way, man.
Take a look at, his last win was Dan Hooker. Before that, Yusuf.
Yep.
Good fighter. Everyone's seen him fight, right? Nick Lentz, tough
Good
son
fighter.
of a bitch. Gilbert
Yes.
Melendez, right? I mean, Mads Burnell, Americani. He's got some good wins in there, man. I mean, Jordan Rinaldi, just the guy. Keep going. Scroll that up.
Americani.
That's what I said. Americani in there.
Oh, they said George Rinaldi because there's a Rinaldi up there too.
No, there is. Yeah, no, he beat Jordan Rinaldi. But I mean, he's got some big wins. He's a good fighter, man.
Yeah.
You've seen Alan O'Meara. We watched him. He's a good fighter, tough dude. I don't know. I think Calvin has fought the higher level overall.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But this is a tight matchup.
Anybody that's fought Max Holloway has fought the higher level. Like you got Max, you got Volk. I mean, that's pretty much sums up your weight class right there. Those two guys.
That does.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough fight. I think Arnold right now is gonna be the guy he's like you said. I said he's riding on a high. He's been unstoppable. He's coming forward. He's gonna come out and implement his game plan. Well, I think Calvin Kattar still has a little bit of that doubt in his head. He's still trying to evolve his game. He's still trying to change a couple little tweaks here and there just from his fight from Max. It's still in your mind. 2 wins after 2 wins doesn't get you back on track. It's going to take another run of 3, 4 wins, 5 wins to get you to start feeling like, okay, look, I can get that title shot now. I start feeling like I should be getting close to it. He's still, there's still a little bit in him that's like, okay, what do I got to make? What do I got to do to change this up a little bit to not, so this doesn't happen to me again from the Max fight? I think this can be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. I'm going to lean towards Arnold Allen off of confidence mainly. Calvin Kattar is a great fighter. I'm not trying to knock him or take anything away from him. I love watching him fight, but I'm going to lean towards Arnold Allen because, like I said, he doesn't get the respect he deserves either.
I will give you, I think that Arnold Allen is the more, especially the way he fights, he uses more tools. The more complete fighter. Not that Calvin Kattar cannot do the things. He likes to be in the stand-up. He likes to stand up. He likes to throw down. That's where he's most comfortable. He likes his boxing. I think Allen utilizes more of the tools available to him in MMA. But I'm telling you right now, okay, you go with Allen, and I understand why. I'll take Kattar because I think it's that close.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So, it'll be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Really? I'm going to go with Arnold. You're going to take Kattar?
I'll take Kattar.
I think
it's close. That's why.
Yeah, I think Kattar gets stuck in just boxing. He
might.
Utilizes kicks a little bit more.
But Arnold Allen is a decision machine. He doesn't finish a lot of people. He gets a lot of decisions.
Is this a main event? Is this a main event?
Yeah, it's the week after Islam and Oliveira.
Gotcha. So I mean, if I'm looking, if it's a main event, 5 rounds, I'm gonna still go with Arnold Allen. I think a couple takedowns. I think a couple mixing it up. I think.
See, I'm going the whole thing you just said. 5 rounds. That's why I'm going with Calvin Kattar.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I was leaning that. I started thinking like 5 rounds, Calvin Kattar, because of the 5 rounds. But we'll see. I guess we'll see there, buddy. I guess we'll see.
Good one. I like that.
The other fight interests me a little bit more though. The Bryce Mitchell fight.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
Is that a main event also or no?
I hope so.
Go to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code WAYNEIN, and they'll give you additional spending cash with your first initial deposit.
100% agree.